Hello YouTube, I am Kaeden, and welcome to episode 5 of Kaeden's survival series, Modded Minecraft Forge. We've got so much going on. I went ahead and I changed the recipe with Mine Tweaker, or Craft Tweaker, whatever it's called now, and made it so that you can smelt leather. You can smelt rotten flesh into leather. So now we have a source of leather without me having to spend days off camera hunting down cows that won't breed and won't drop chunks. It's absolutely terrible. But everything else is going wonderfully, and you can see I have used that time to complete my enchanting room. You can even see I've been using the forge and stuff. I went ahead and got some awesome enchants on these things. Not quite as high as we'd like. On the Solium dagger, we've got sharpness 4, Soulbound 3, which I'm going to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what that does. Knockback 2, unfortunately, came with the sharpness, and looting 1, so I mean, that's not bad, but Knockback 2, I don't love, and I'm still not quite sure what Soulbound 3 does. I'm not even sure what mod that's... Now I'm curious, what mod is that from? Soulbound... okay, that's from Thermal Foundation. That's fine. Thermal Foundation did provide some other really good stuff. So in addition to those on the dagger, I also, on my Amethyst pickaxe, look at this! Fortune 2, Efficiency 5, Smashing and Smelting and Unbreaking 3. Oh my gosh! Now, as you can see from my book here, it took a significant amount of my XP to do it, but that's alright. This... I'd love to have Fortune 3 on it. That's like the one thing that I'd like to increase. But Efficiency 5, Smashing and Smelting, those are both also from Thermal Foundation. Smashing means it takes regular ores like iron and gold. What else does it do? Iron and gold are the two big ones. Copper, it'll do it. It actually splits them into their dust forms like you would do in a... what's the thermal expansion version of it? Not the macerator, that's industrial craft. The thermal expansion one, the pulverizer. That's thermal expansion, right? Yes, the pulverizer. It turns them into dust, and then smelting on there immediately smelts them into ingots. So I mean, look at these stacks over here. I've just from one day of mining, I've got all of this. Because it's splitting them in two and turning both of them into ingots. So we are well on our way to having plenty of iron to do everything in PneumaticCraft, and I'm very excited about that. But there's a few things I want to get done first. We really need to upgrade our mystical agriculture. Look at what Fortune has done. It has been absolutely good to us. We got plenty of Inferium. Our farm outside is doing all right. But it's time for some upgrades. Now, there's a few more things we're going to need from this mystical agriculture. We really need the... It's called... bone meal? No, the essence. The essence. This stuff. We need fertilized essence. And fertilized essence is only a drop from all of the resource seed crops except for these base Inferium ones. They don't drop them. So we need to get some other crops going because that particular resource right there is used to make all kinds of things, including these fertilization cores. And all of these are used to make a whole bunch of other tiers of items. So we need some of that before we can move on. We're going to need that fertilized essence. So we're going to have to start expanding this out. I'm probably going to dig it out and stuff off camera, but I just want to get the prep work done now. And let's go ahead and replant, and I think we've got some extra seeds. And for the first time ever, we're down to just 2 openings on this plot. I've had 4, then it went to 3, now we're down to 2, which means we are getting some extra seeds and a little bit extra Inferium, which is always good. Everything's looking nice out here. I got the potatoes and the carrots planted because there's a wonderful recipe we can make with the aubergines. Just all kinds of stuff going on. I'm super excited. Our pets are doing really well. Everything's just going well. So let's dive right into it and get some seeds going. So some of the important ones that we're going to want some of the water seeds. That's these right here. The reason we're going to want these is they use this water essence to get the theoretical infinite water source, which is used for these, the watering cans. The watering cans speed up the process of growing mystical agriculture crops. So it'll make it much easier for us to switch over to a crop-based system instead of having to go mining for it all the time. Even though the mining is helping, but it'll grow these crops much faster. Now, each tier of can does a larger area. This one does a 1x1, 3x3, 5x5, 7x7, and 9x9. You could water your entire plot with the 9x9, anything around, you know, your one water source in the center, which would be wonderful. But we need this water essence for it. And also, I believe this water essence can drop that fertilized essence, and that's what we really want. So to get these, we're going to need the water seeds. So what we're going to need is a tier 1 crafting seed, 4 Inferium, and 4 buckets of water. We can do this. I have a couple of buckets. Let's see what we got. That's lava. You never know when you're gonna need lava. Let me see. Do I have a bucket over here? There's one bucket. We get 3 more buckets. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's get 1, 2. Oh, no, wait. 1, 2. Come on, work with me here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, and 1. There we go. And we got 4 buckets. Good. Let's go fill those up with water from our plentiful source outside, and we're gonna sleep real quick because that's the smart thing to do. 2, 3, and 4. All right. Who needs to sleep? We'll power through. Let's do it. I did find one issue with the torch pet here. You know, he eats coal every 4 torches you put down, but I found if you don't actually, like, you can't reach a surface or don't actually click on a surface, he still consumes usage and coal, which is kind of annoying. There really should be a check in there for if it's put down. I've already let the guy from Inventory Pets know, so he'll take care of it, I'm sure, if it hasn't already been taken care of. Though I believe this is the latest version, but I don't want to speak on that. He does a lot of hard work. All the mod makers do lots of hard work, so we can't really complain. They made a really cool mod for us. All right, we're going to need some Inferium. Lovely. This water essence. We need the tier 1 crafting seeds. Let's see here. Recipe for that, we need base crafting seeds, which requires some prosperity shards. So those, we're gonna need some seeds over here. Got plenty. Let's just make a bunch, shall we? Crafting table, good. All right, see if I can remember this. It's gonna be in 4, like, how do they only do 3? How did this happen? 1, 2, 3, 4. You there. Wait, you there, and you there? Yes! Base crafting seeds, awesome. So now that we got those, let's go ahead and make some of this. Now, something weird about the crafting table pet, it does not allow you to copy things over from NEI, which is really annoying. So let's put those in there. This one, however, will. Recipe for that, recipe for that. That's what we need. We want more of those, though. More of those, and doop. Ah, why? 3, 4, you go there, and then, good. Get 1, wait, 15 more of those. There we go. All right, now we got 16 of those. Now let's make 9 of those. No, wait, that's 9 around in a circle. Let's make all of them. Oh, this is gonna require a lot of water. Okay, we might have to do this off camera. This is gonna require a lot of water. Thank you, JEI, for all you do. And now we've got a plot here to start growing our water seeds, which is lovely. Good. Very good. And once those grow up, we'll hopefully start harvesting some of the other items. We can start growing this stuff faster. Really get our Inferium growing. As a matter of fact, I think next we're going to want to tier up some of these. As soon as we get some new bulbs up here, I don't want to break the ones that have put time into growing. We're going to break like these bulbs right here, and we're going to go ahead and as they finish, tier them up to the next tier. So instead of giving us 1 Inferium apiece, they will give us 2 Inferium apiece, which is awesome. All right. The next item we've been putting off in making is actually our first item from Reliquary. We're going to be making the Coin of Fortune. The Coin of Fortune is like a magnet. It draws things in towards you. And you can see the recipe here requiring a slime pearl, a gold nugget, a batwing, and a nebulous heart from an enderman. And we happen to have all of those things. We got that, one of these, a batwing, and a gold nugget. Yes. Perfect. Let's go ahead and let's craft this thing. Got it. Coin of Fortune. Now, you turn it on and off by shift right-clicking, right? Yeah, shift right-click to activate. Yes, good. So, bing, it's now on. Now, any item you throw out, can't throw things out anymore. The range is pretty good, actually. Put a bucket here. And swoop, there it goes. So it'll actually pull things in while we're mining. It'll be sucking things in for us, like vacuuming them up, so we don't have to go chasing down all the bits and ends when you're like chiseling out a ceiling, or if you're precariously perched over lava trying to get that bit of iron out over the lava and you're leaning out as far as you can to see if you can make it. Well, the coin will now bring it to you. So that's actually going to be wonderful for our mining. The next thing we're going to do is upgrade our furnace. Our lovely Prudentium furnace has been serving us well, but it's time to go to the next tier. Oh, in here. It's going to be the Intermedium furnace. So we need that furnace right there, the one that we've currently got. We're going to add to it a bunch of Intermedium. So let's take the Prudentium we have, 2 stacks of Inferium. Let's grab our infusion crystal. All right. So, how much Inferium are we going to need? We're going to need 1, 2, 3 plus a block. So 12 total. So to do 12, we're going to need 48 Prudentium. That math all sound right to you? I think it sounds right to me. So here's going to be 16. That's a lot of Prudentium, isn't it? But it burns so much faster. So that's 17. Now, we're not going to actually upgrade the coal, and I'll tell you why. Because we're smelting everything with our enchants, we're not actually using the furnace to actually smelt our ores anymore. We're really just using it for cooking food and things like that. Using Intermedium coal, it lasts for so long. It can smelt almost 2 stacks of items with 1 piece of coal. I did the test. It's super efficient. It's too efficient. We're actually going to waste more coal doing that, burning it sitting idle, than if we stay on the Prudentium coal inside the Intermedium furnace. What were we getting us? More of this. We have 33. We need 48, right? I think 1 more ought to do it. Our infusion crystal, and let's go up. Oh, there we go. That'll do it. 49, perfect. So we're gonna need to turn all of that into Intermedium. There we go. I think that'll do it. So there we go. That's good. And then that, and then that, and then the block, and then the furnace. Aha! All by memory. Not bad. 60% efficiency boost. This thing is seriously fast. It's absolutely awesome. So now that we've got all that, we are rocking and rolling in that. We are tiering up. Now, what we're going to want to do is, the reason we want to ramp up all of our intensity over there is because of the upper armor tiers. There's a number of tiers for armor for mystical agriculture. The bottom one being, of course, Inferium, Prudentium, Intermedium, Superium, and Supremium. Lovely. The benefits don't really begin until the Prudentium level. Now, that's a lot of Prudentium it's going to take because each one of these requires one of these Prudentium armor cores. The armor cores are pricey. They require not just the lower tier core, but also Prudentium essence, 3 gold, and a block of lapis. Look at the Intermedium, 3 diamonds, a block of gold, and 4 Intermedium ore, not to mention all of the ingots that you need. Now, what you can do with it is these particular items, when you go up a tier, you can extract the cores back out of them using a core remover. Has 4 uses apiece. Now, our anvil may repair that, I'm not sure. It can pull the core back out of these items. So say we want to go from Intermedium up to Superium. That's wonderful that you have the core, but you lose all of the ingots that you put in. So we really want to hold off on doing these upgrades until we can at least get to the Prudentium layer, because if you're wearing all Prudentium armor, you get water breathing for free. If you're wearing all of the Intermediate armor, you get step assist. Not that silly jump thing that Minecraft does. No, it just steps you up blocks. You just walk right up, like up a ramp, up blocks that are tiered like that without stairs. And finally, Superium, you get no fall damage anymore. And Supremium, you fly. You fly as creative mode, which is legit, but it requires an obscene amount of Inferium. That's why we're trying to ramp up our production there. But it's a good thing we got all of that done. And we got our coin. We're sitting good. Mining is definitely always going to be in our future until we can finally tier up all of our seeds, which let's see how they're doing, actually. Any of you guys done? No? Not done yet? You're getting there. You're getting there. Soon I'll be able to water you guys, and then you'll be much happier, I think. Anyway, I think looking out at all of this, the next obvious step is to start automating it, right? Start having it all get collected, and we have just the mod for that. I think it's time to get into PneumaticCraft, and that mod always starts with a bang. This is gonna be fun, let's do it. First, we're going to get an entire stack of iron. Lovely. Next, we're going to get some TNT, which I know we have some. I found some in a temple. I know I've got TNT. Where is it? I'm just not seeing it. It's under mob drops. It is. Come here, TNT. And let's grab our flint and steel. Let's go find a quiet spot to leave a crater in the ground, shall we? Alright, good a spot as any. This is where creepers have blown up before, so I suppose it's thematically appropriate. The way we start this mod out is we take our TNT and this. Alright, lovely. We're going to set down our TNT. And we're going to take this stack of iron right here and just throw it on the ground. Oh, I've got to turn off my coin. There we go. Good job, coin, but I don't need you right now. Throw it on the ground. Good. And then we get to a safe distance and light the TNT. Awesome. And take a look here. We have turned it into compressed iron ingots, and we got a good percentage. Last time I did this, I only got 40 out of a whole stack. We got 54. There's always some loss in that, and you saw the achievement that we got, the first explosion. Indeed, I'm hoping it's the last, but with PneumaticCraft, you never know. And we're going to start building things over in here. So, now that we've got this, our compressed iron ingots, we're going to start by building our first pressure chamber. A pressure chamber is used by this mod to compress items. It can compress iron into the compressed iron, so regular iron into it. What we just did with the explosion, you can do it in this chamber using renewable resources rather than blowing things up and leaving bigger craters in the ground. But ultimately what we're going to want is we're going to want some of these drones. These drones are able to gain pressure and go flying out and basically start automating everything. Gathering, mining, sorting, all of that fun stuff. So, to get started, however, we're going to need the blocks for this pressure chamber. We're going to need some pressure chamber walls, some pressure chamber glass, one pressure chamber valve to get pressure in and out from our compressors, and the pressure chamber interface, which allows things in and out of the pressure chamber. Now, our first pressure chamber is going to be small. It's going to be a 3x3x3 with the exact center block being open. So let's see what we're going to need. Those are easy enough to make, and it gives you 16. And in a 3x3x3, we only need 27, right? So, but some of those are going to be glass. Let's get 2 of them just to be sure. So crafting table pet. Let's get that and that. There we go. All of that out of there. And then next, we're going to need some glass, which requires glass. We've got that. While we're over here, let's check for our interfaces and make sure we get everything that we need. Got plenty of glass. Let's put some of this away. Hang on. That's weird. Didn't we use the slime pearl and the zombie heart? Did they not get used up when we made the coin? I'm not going to argue. That's great. Sure, why not? No problem. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what else we're going to need for, like, the valve. The valve is going to require 4 of the walls and a pressure tube. So that's 2 of those and glass. Perfect. We can make that. The interface. Hoppers. So we're going to need 2 hoppers. Perfect. Some ingots. Give me all of that. And give me some wood. Planks. 9, 8. 18, 16, 16, yes. All right, so let's get 2 chests. Go ahead and make our hoppers. Good, and we've got the glass, so let's go ahead and let's do it here. And I think this was for the... Yes. Good, and then for the pressure chamber glass, we just need pressure chamber walls. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why not? With glass. Good. Shapeless. Good. And then our valve, which is just 4 of those and 1 of those, which we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Got everything we need. Let's start assembling. All right, so the main question is, where do we want to build this thing? I'm thinking of putting it in the corner. So we've got 6 blocks across, it looks like. 5 blocks. So we can make a 5x5x5 in just this space if we wanted to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would come down to... come down to here. And it would come out to here. So this would probably have to move. We'd probably have to get an omnidirectional hopper and stick it here, but that's not too bad. That's something fun to build. What does it take for an omnidirectional hopper again? Omnidirectional. Oh, that's not bad. See, that's not bad. It just uses compressed iron. Anyway, we could do all that. That's all doable. But the main thing I think I want to tuck it up in the corner here. Is where I'm going to put it. So we're starting with a 3x3, so we don't need to get too fancy. Let's put the top layer down. That's all going to be pressure chamber walls. So do and do and do and do and do and all of that. Good. All right, that's all of those. How reachable is that going to be from over here? You know, I may put the interfaces on this side. That's not too bad, because then we could deal with it right here. Where are our interfaces? Oh, we didn't make the interfaces yet. Ha! We need 2 interfaces. Pressure chamber interface. Yes, just the... Okay, good. So that's just 2 of these. 1, 2. And 2 of these. Good. 2 interfaces. Good. All right, so to set the interfaces, they have an I and an O on them. The I is for input. See the I right there? Now the O, it's all directional, so I'm gonna have to hang on. Just smelted that up. And the O, we're gonna put it in facing. See the O's on this side, but this side we want. See the I over here. That way, I think it can go in the corner here. No, maybe the interfaces all have to have access to the center slot. Huh. Do we want to make a bigger one? Do we have space for a big one? I think we do. Now, the advantages of having bigger, remember, pressure is a product of, not a product, but some sort of mathematics between the volume contained in there and the amount of air shoved in. I definitely want the input in the bottom. Anyway, the reason I say that, the bigger the volume of air, when you build up pressure, the pressure does not change as drastically by taking a set amount of air out. And that is, of course, preferable when you're doing a lot of separate crafting and things in the pressure chamber, but it takes a long time to fill up. Because everything is on pressure, not amount of air, which means once you get up to the needed pressure, you'll be able to do more crafting without having to repressurize the chamber. You understand what I'm saying there? So that it's not going to be able to go there. Thank you, Coin. We're going to put it here, I think. Or maybe one lower. Well, if we're coming one closer, let's just... Whatever. Let's just make one bigger. I don't know why I jumped down there. I keep forgetting I have the coin. Let's just do it. Let's make it a 4x4. Because why not? I think if we don't have enough, we have enough steel for it. It'll be fine. Now let's put our interfaces. What are you thinking? Right here. We need an input and an output. Input there. And then put the output. Oh, one more. The output right next to it. There you go. And then we're going to add glass. I think we're going to glass the bottom. Now our compressors are going to go over here in the corner. So let's put our valve right here. Yes. See, the hole there is the opening for the valve. That's good. And then put glass here, here, and here. Yes. That way we'll be able to see what's cooking up inside. Let's put some more glass here and here, so we'll be able to see it from here. Lovely. And more of this. Good. I like it. I like it. Let's close this off. And how much more glass do we have? Just one more piece of glass? The 2 interfaces, the valve. What are we missing? I feel like I'm missing something. I think we're good. I think we're actually good. I think we got everything we need. Let's put that and that. And then let's make one of these glass just to see through on this side. Not that we really need it, but why not? Let's see if this thing multi-blocks. Hey, hey! On our first try. All right. Looks spiffy, right? Looks real nice. Some of the rules, the valves and the interfaces all have to access that interior volume. It will not work without it. Now, you notice in our Huayla tooltip, which I found out how to pronounce it. It's pronounced like cool whip. Huayla. Yes, that's official. It can hold up to 5 bars. If it takes more than 5 bars, the valve explodes. Exploding bad. We don't like exploding. Right now it's at 0 bars, of course, but it has a significant interior volume. So it has this lovely interface here, all sorts of information. This multi-block structure can be used as air storage. Its primary usage, however, is to compress materials into other materials. We'll have to use it for circuit boards. We'll have to use it for all kinds of stuff. You can put upgrades in it. Volume upgrade allows you to cram more air in there, which is lovely. Security upgrades for safety. It'll, I believe that's the one that vents pressure if it gets too high, because here's the pressure gauge. Right now we're at 0 pressure, and you can vacuum out to -1. But as the pressure builds, you can look at the recipes, for example. Like, we're going to want to make, if we want to make compressed iron, it requires 2 bars of pressure. But if we get all the way up to 5 bars, that's when things start exploding. And that's bad. We don't like exploding bad. So 8 blocks of coal can start giving us diamonds. So if we're finding tons and tons of coal, we can now turn that into diamonds, which is awesome. Just all kinds of stuff, all the kinds of stuff that we can do with this. Turbine blades for our drones, empty PCBs. Once we get plastic, we're a ways from there. Getting etching acid, all kinds of stuff that you can do here. You can even pull enchantments off of books, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that transfers it. Can you pull it off? Yes, you can. If you have an enchantment on your weapon and put it in there with a book and get up to 5 bars of pressure, whoop. No, wait, not 5 bars of pressure. No. This one right here. You have to go to -1, so you got to vacuum out, and it'll take the enchantment and suck it onto the book. Now, there's a couple other things that we need. These interfaces don't work on their own. You need inventories to go in and out of. You cannot access them directly. I think I have some chests. Do I have any chests? Yes, I do. Got plenty of chests. And let's get some buttons. No, smooth stone buttons. Does it matter? Can smooth stone make buttons? Or it can only cobblestone? It can. Let's get 2. Only 1. I found that you can control the output, but the input sort of goes on its own. Let's get a hopper real quick. We do need a hopper to feed. Yes, we do. Do I have the iron for that? I don't. 4 more pieces of iron. There you go. Oh, 1 more. 5. There we go. Yeah, we don't quite have that. But yeah, you use a hopper to feed this one, and then it exports into a chest on the other one. Nope. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chest. Hopper. Lovely. Going into our input. Notice that the door is open, by the way. The door to the input is open. Just put that there, and let's... Oh, I'm going to have to make a hole. It'll be like a... what's it called? Oh, come out of there. I hope it's not in there. Probably is. It'll be like a little chimney or something. We'll do something with that. Anyway. Oh, I know exactly what to do with that, actually. Do I have any cobblestone? It doesn't matter. Smooth stone... anything. Actually, I think I know exactly what I'm going to do with that. I found that while it will not open into a regular block, it will open onto a stair block, which is awesome. Put the rest of you back in there. So we can put this there. Still closes everything. They're still weirdly getting like a light through there. Whatever. And let's put a chest. Yep, and sure enough, it opens. Lovely, so that'll feed in, and then here's our output. So input, output, that's good. We need a button to control the output. This will mean, okay, bring everything. So look, we'll feed items in, they'll sit inside and start getting compressed when we hit the right amount of pressure, and then when I'm ready to extract them, like for example, once all of the iron turns into compressed iron, I hit this button, and it'll swap over and export all of the items out. And, of course, having all of that fun, sort of lost track of time. We're going to have to split this episode into 2 episodes with all this new PneumaticCraft stuff starting. So once again, I'm Kaeden. Hope you all are enjoying the videos. If you are, please drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. All of that helps me keep creating content. And y'all keep having fun Minecrafting. Bye.